So I'm disappointed in Chiney Ogwumike in general because she's meant to be better than this. Stephen A. Smith's not. Let's be very clear. Stephen A. Smith is not. And this is a video that's going on the second channel because I promise there is going to be 4 videos in this channel today. Why is it going to be 4 videos in this channel? Because this channel was supposed to be for, exactly what Caitlin Clark said in her, when she was talking today, being like, people need to cover the league more and cover the teams. And I have not done a good enough job of covering some of these players. I've not done a good enough job of covering Olivia Moss. I've not done a good enough job of covering Paige Bueckers, who has turned into one of the most clutch players in the league, if we're being real. But look, Chiney Ogwumike is discussing today with Stephen A. Smith, 10 days after the foul, about talking about Caitlin Clark getting cheap shotted by Alyssa Thomas, or flagrantly fouled, or whatever you want, whatever way you want to spin this. Her getting flagrantly fouled by Alyssa Thomas, and obviously whether players are targeting her or not. At the end of the day, are players targeting Caitlin Clark? I don't know. Was Caitlin Clark cheap shotted? Absolutely. Like, let's be real here. But Chiney has come out and basically said that Alyssa Thomas didn't go for Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin's just soft. And heavily implied Caitlin is just soft. And look, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Chiney Ogwumike is entitled to her own opinion. I got no issue with that. Everybody is entitled to say and do whatever they please. They're entitled to have whatever opinion that they want to have. That being said, Chiney Ogwumike is the sister of the president of the PA. She is supposed to be, pro this league. She's a former number 1 overall pick, a former all-star. She's supposed to be somebody that's like, okay, yeah, in the WNBA, in terms of WNBA media, she's supposed to be one of the ones that are pushing the game forward. And here she is with Stephen A. Smith on a day where Caitlin Clark has called out the WNBA media for continuing to talk about a flagrant foul. When she said 4 days later, it's now been 10 days. It's been 10 days since Caitlin Clark got flagrantly fouled. And Chiney Ogwumike is doing the same thing. She's now basically become the ESPN, or not the ESPN, the Stephen A. Smith type, where game does not matter. The league doesn't matter. The players don't matter. The sport does not matter. Let's just talk about the controversy. And look, I'm being honest. You've got it as well with Sophie Cunningham coming out saying you're in the entertainment business and that's when mental toughness comes in. Some can deal with it, some can't. If you're going to live by the praise, you're going to die by the hate. And look, Sophie Cunningham knows what she's talking about because she can deal with it. But if you're looking here, you've got, this is what Chiney lives for. I'm not going to co-sign that second statement. But like Caitlin Clark, let's stop talking about it. Uplift the rest of the league. The media needs to do better with narratives. Stephen A. Smith and Chiney, let's do a segment on Caitlin Clark controversy. It's as simple as that. And like, let's be very clear. Stephen A. Smith at this stage, I don't know what really he's doing, because how do I get to this? Is it not letting me click the link? Because what Stephen A. Smith is, why is he using AI thumbnails? Why are you using ChatGPT for your entire thumbnail? If you're going to use AI for part of thumbnails, it is what it is. But like, he just made an entire Stephen A. Smith is literally making entire thumbnails on fucking ChatGPT. Like, I understand, but like, just get better at prompts. Get better at prompts. Like, fuck it. You don't need all this stuff in the background. I mean this, just cut out a PNG of yourself, cut out a PNG of Chiney, and cut out a PNG of Caitlin Clark. Put her behind both of yous. Use a black background for all I care. Put your logo there. Put Sirius XM there, and then I don't know. Afterwards, go and hit the camera raw filter and bump up the vibrance, and slightly bump up the. By looks of this, you're like slightly bump. This looks like it's camera raw here, and I'm trying to think what is slightly bumped up texture maybe, and vibrance. I'm guessing, with a slight outer glow on these people. Like you could make this yourself in fucking 5 minutes minus the background. And heck, if you want to use AI, you can use AI to make the background and just put it in. Like what's the? It just looks bad. Like I think AI, people use making AI thumbnails, I just think they look awful. Like it's so obvious when a thumbnail is AI thumbnail. I don't know. Maybe I've just been on YouTube long enough to know what a real and a fake thumbnail is in a lot of situations, and just I just don't click on AI thumbnails for the most part. Either way though, Chiney is supposed to be better than this. Like I get Stephen A. Smith, I get Colin Cowherd, I get all of these people, but like Stephen A. Smith is literally like talking about, is Caitlin being targeted? Is going to be talking about a damn flagrant foul. Is going to be talking about a flagrant foul 10 days after the flagrant foul happened. And you're like, it's actually getting annoying. It is actually annoying. Like even on Saturday when Alyssa Thomas was pretending that it was, a completely just accident. And you're like, oh, like what's the point? What are we doing here? And then you also have to take into account that Chiney is supposed to be better. Chiney is somebody that, is supposed to be pushing the game forward. A former player, one of the few former players that has gotten a primetime spot on national television consistently. And if nothing else, this feels like Chiney waving the flag of, you know what, nobody cares about the rest of these players in the league, including her sister, might I add. Like, Chiney obviously has been on WNBA TV shows and stuff, but I'm like, I'm sorry, it is what it is, but like, if I'm her, I'm trying to bring up the fact that my sister had a game winner against the Liberty every day. Like, her sister's one of the 25 greatest players of all time. And it is just not a surprise at all. Seeing this, it's really not. But anyway, I'll see you guys.